make you swear and curse. When you're doing more noise gristle, then grumble, give a whistle, and this'll help things turn out for the best.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.
If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing.
When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just burst your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life.
For life is quite absurd, and COVID's the new word. You must all face the new normal here and now.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.
Life is still a hit when you look at it. Life's a laugh, so laugh the whole day through. You can see it's all in the show, laughing as they go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
Brian, cheer up.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
hey, let's have modulation.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
That's the end of the song. Incidentally, this video's available on
Always
YouTube.
look on the bright side of life.
Who's gonna watch this rubbish anyway?
Always look on the bright side of
I'm
life.
failing. I'm off for a drive. See ya.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Go, Carter!
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
It's going on a bit, isn't it?
No, we've been in lockdown for 2 months now.
No, I meant the song.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're doing more noise gristle, then grumble, give a whistle, and this'll help things turn out for the best.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.
If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing.
When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just burst your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And
Always look on the bright side of life. Always Always look on the right side of life.
For life is quite absurd, and COVID's the new word. You must all face the new normal here and now.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.
Life is still a hit when you look at it. Life's a laugh, so laugh the whole day through. You can see it's all in a show, laughing as they go. Just remember that the love laughs on you. And
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
Brian, cheer up.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
Hey, let's have a modulation.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
It's the end of the song. Incidentally, this video's available on
Always
YouTube.
look on the bright side of life.
Who's gonna watch this rubbish anyway?
Always look on the bright side.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to those of you who are here watching us live. Mrs. Kent's here, Mr. Carter's here. We've got Mr. Burstow operating all the technical bits and bobs over there. And here we are live from the Memorial Hall at West Button School, presenting to you firstly our prep school concert, and then we'll have some senior school entries for their concert as well.
I am manning the computer for this part of the concert, prep school concert. I can tell you, and you can probably see as well, there's 75 households watching already, which is really exciting. If we presume at least 2 people in each household, that's 150. So it'd be lovely to bust 300 this evening if we can. So can you all get your phones out now, start texting those grandparents and aunts and uncles, because I really think they should be watching.
That would be great. And something else that you can do is you can make comments. If you have a YouTube account or a Gmail account, I think I'm right, a Google account, then you can write in and you can make comments straight onto the YouTube page there, and Mrs. Kent will be reading some of those out.
Yeah, we'd love it to be interactive. So if you hear a performance you're particularly taken with, do tell us why, and we'll try and share as many of those comments as possible. And if you haven't got Gmail or a Google or a YouTube account, there is good old-fashioned email, and I'll leave my email open for those of you that know it.
Fantastic. Well, we should probably get started with hearing some of the performances. So we had about 16 prep school entries for the solo part of the concert. So we split those into 2 chunks. We've got a group of 8 and another group of 8. There's my wonderful maths for you there. So the first group of 8 is, we'll start those now, and it's actually going to start with one of our Year 6s. It's Josh on drums. So here we are.
This is Josh Coley with Cherry Blue for Buzzards. day, which is a piece I've learned over lockdown. I would like to play Paradiddles. I would like to play Double Decker. I would like to play Minor Key.
Hi, I'm Elsie and I would like to sing Tomorrow from the musical Annie. The sun will come out tomorrow, bet you bought all of that tomorrow. There'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow, clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow, till there's none. When I'm stuck with the day that's grey and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come with me, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you, tomorrow, Get your board until that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with the day that's grey and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come with me tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, I love you tomorrow, you're always a day
I am Rufus Ford and I would like to play Old MacDonald Had a Drum.
Well, thanks very much, Rufus, for that performance of Old MacDonald Had a Drum, and everyone else in the prep school from that first session of solos. Fantastic work there. Just a couple of things to point out, and apologies here. A couple of the children were stated as being in the wrong year, and I'm very sorry about that. Mrs. Kent's been absolutely brilliant. She has worked tirelessly this week to get all these videos linked up one after the other like that, and a couple of mistakes may have cropped in, so we're sorry about that. I'm sure you know what years you're in, and sorry about that, guys. What I should point out, though, actually, and this might have caught some of you out, actually, for Alfie's piece, which was Somewhere Over the Rainbow in his corner, he recorded that without any piano backing. It was just him on his own. And when Mrs. Kent and I first watched these videos back, we thought, oh, it would be nice if we could slip a bit of piano in there. So with a bit of clever engineering on Mrs. Kent and my part, we managed to I managed to play the accompaniment in for you there, Alfie, and that will happen a couple more times in the next set as well.
Indeed, and well done for those who did perform there. You've just performed in front of 100 plus households, which is great. So thanks everyone for tuning in. The comments are coming in. They're slightly left field at the moment. I did like your discussion about various types of chocolate bars brought about by the double-decker piece played there by Maddie in Prep 3. But Josh Coley, everyone loves the blue lights on your drum kit. How snazzy were those?
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, look, keep the comments coming in. That's always fun to see those on their way in. I think, Mrs. Kent, we've got some listeners all around the world. Is that right?
We have. So far, I've had communication from people in Germany who are watching. Hello, Germans. And we've had people watching in Jamaica. But we'll talk more about those ones later in the senior concert.
Fantastic. Well, the next part of the prep school side of things is a family fun section. And I think, Mrs. Kent, you can tell us a bit more about this because it's linked to your house music.
That's right. So in the senior school we had the house music competition, and it was due to take place in the last week of the spring term, and of course that didn't happen for obvious reasons. So we decided we'd use the opportunity to give it a bit of a rebrand, and we added in some new fields, and we made it a festival of music rather than a competition of music. And that's been brilliant actually, and one of my favourite bits has been watching all the families. So we're going to watch the prep families first, but you'll have to tune in later to see the senior families and the senior section of the concert. Do you want to speak about them? Let's just go for it.
I think we should just go for it. We've only got a couple, so I think the first one is Emily.
My mum and I would like to play a duet, which is called Come and Play With Me. Lovely. Thanks very much, you guys. It was great hearing Emily and your mum there playing your lovely piano, and then Ethan sandwiched beautifully between his sister and his mum. Although his mum was hiding a little bit behind that tuba, I thought, didn't you?
Lovely tuba though.
Oh.
Who doesn't love a tuba?
Lovely playing. That was fabulous. So thanks very, very much for sending those in. So we've got 8 more solos now for you from the prep school. We've got everyone, Alfie's going again with some singing this time. It's one of my favourite songs from one of my favourite Disney films, Alfie, so I really enjoyed playing along for that one. Look out for that when it comes. We've got Ethan back with his cornet, but the first one of this last batch from the prep school is from Tom Kite on his violin, playing Outside.
I'd like to play On the River.
I'm going to be playing Strolling by David Stowell. I hope you enjoy.
I would like to play Why Did You Sleep Last Night, Little Bird? Thank you.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways and under.
I would like to play Happy Day.
I would like to play House Tricks.
Well, thanks very much, my wonderful prep school students. It fills me with pride to see those lovely performances, and so well done to you all for getting them recorded off your own bat and then getting them sent in, because it's quite a tall order, it's quite a big act, and you've done fantastically well. There were some excellent highlights from that bit. We particularly liked the bit where during Abby's violin piece, Rufus sneaks across the back, just right at the end. No one can see me.
Isn't that the story of lockdown? Just in a nutshell there.
It was lovely. So we really enjoyed that. And very well done, Abby, for sending in 2 performances, one on your violin and one on your piano. Nice seeing Jamie play his piano there as well. He's done very well this year.
Nice piano. I'm going to Jamie's house when I'm allowed.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So yeah, he's done very well this year. He's only been learning piano for about a year, so he's doing very well, which is lovely to hear. So well done, everybody. Now, one thing I should point out is that later on in the evening, because now we've basically finished the prep school part of the event, we're going to go to the senior school, but do stay tuned if you're a prep school person, because there will be a little bit of live performance for you right here in Memorial Hall from the various music teachers. So it'll definitely be worth hanging around for that. On top of which, if you're in a year 6, well, you just kind of pulled a face then. I'm sure it will be worth hanging around for one reason or another. And certainly if you're in year 6, it's definitely worth sticking around so you can get a little flavour of what to expect next year in year 7, as Mrs. Kent will explain a little bit more about the senior school music entries.
Yeah, lovely. So if you can stay on, it's not a terribly long concert. I think it's coming in at about half an hour, and particularly for those of you who are in year 6, gives you a chance to see some of what's on offer. Obviously it's kind of lockdown version, but it's still full of entertainment, and we've got an absolutely corking ending as well.
Absolutely right.
A firework moment.
Indeed. That's not the staff performance, by the way,
no.
In case you're wondering.
No.
Now, there have been a few comments coming through about how some of you are missing school, and we can completely understand that. I miss it as well. But this is the first day I've really been into school today, and I managed to see two or three of you in the lunch hall earlier, and it just made me think, oh my goodness, I missed this. And so it is difficult for all of us. Believe it or not, the teachers do miss school as well. But on that note, we've got a slightly cheesy ending to this prep half of the concert, and that is the song Tomorrow from the musical Annie. This was recorded a couple of days, in fact maybe the day before we all left school way back in March, and I think I had all the year 5s and 6s in, or most of you in, for my senior choir rehearsal. And I thought, you know what, we'll learn this lovely song in one session, so it was only about half an hour, and then we sang it, and I thought I'll record this, and we might need it one day in case everyone needs cheering up in the middle of the months that are to come. And here we are now in those months, and we'll be able to play it for you now. So this is the prep school senior choir, that's year 5s and 6s, singing Tomorrow.
Till there's time.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.
If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing.
When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just burst your lips and whistle, that's the thing.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life.
For life is quite absurd, and COVID's the new word. You must all face the new normal here and now.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.
Life is still a hit when you look at it. Life's a laugh, so laugh the whole day through. You can see it's all in the show, laughing as they go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And
always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
Cheer up.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
Let's have modulation.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
It's the end of the song. Incidentally, this video's available on
Always
YouTube.
look on the bright side of life.
Who's gonna watch this rubbish anyway?
Always look on the bright side of life.
I'm failing. I'm off for a drive. See ya.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Go, Carter.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
It's going on a bit, isn't it?
No, we've been locked down for 2 months now.
No, I meant the song.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Men Hall, a rather good area of the Men Hall, but we had to go here because this is as far as the cable reaches. Thanks for tuning in. How many of us are there?
We're up to 137 households viewing, so that's pretty amazing.
That's pretty good. That's probably more than come to a normal concert. So welcome. Welcome to the participants, the parents, the grandparents, the aunts and the uncles, everyone. And if you've forgotten to invite everyone, there's still time to get on your social media and send out the link. So we thought it'd be nice if we actually had a live concert, because music's very much about being live in the now. So this is as live as we could get you. And we've got a whole series of performances for you, some of them from the House Music Festival, some of them from the ensembles who've been working hard remotely to kind of put stuff together for you, and some of them are from us. We might well play some live music for you later, but only if you're very bad. Now, we've got Mr. Carter on the old computer here. He's monitoring your feed. So, Mr. Carter, we've had some comments already, haven't we, on the prep school concert?
That's right, so we just had a lovely half hour or so of prep school musicians. And we've got lovely comments here coming through. We've got Anna, who says well done to Abby and Rufus for their performances. Rita says well done Ethan. Mrs. Smith is loving this, everyone. If you've got anyone in 6S watching, Mrs. Smith, Prep, I am so impressed with all your amazing performances. Quite rightly too. Grace, I can see you on there, Grace, on your brother's account. She says the same. Lynn Miller says bravo, we're loving it. Is that Mr.
That's the Shaw Cross's grandmother.
Yeah, that's right, lovely. Some very nice people are saying that Mrs. Kent and I are doing a good job too, so that's very kind of you.
People are so kind.
Yeah, absolutely. And Miss Phillips is there too, Prep School, so a big hi to Miss Phillips. Nice to see you today briefly. Lovely bit of cake I got from the cooking that Prep 2 is doing today.
You're a brave man.
Yeah.
Okay, so... oh no, I've started. If you want to join in and comment, by all means do. If you've got a YouTube account or a Gmail account or a Google account, you can just sign in and comment there and we'll bring you into the concert and make it as interactive as we can in this weird world. Right, first up, House Music Festival. We've got some solos for you, some junior solos and some results which will come up on screen. How exciting. Who will have got best in house? Let's find out.
Standing on the platform, watching you go. It's like no other pain that I'd ever known. To love someone so much, but to have no control. You said I wanna see the world, and I said go. 'Cause I think I'm lost without you. Yeah, I just feel crushed without you. I've been strong for so long that I never thought how much I needed you. And I think I'm lost without you. Strangers rushing past, just trying to get home. You are the only safe haven that I've ever known. Hits me at full speed, feel like I can't breathe. Nobody knows this pain inside me. My world is crumbling. I should have never let you go. And I think I'm lost without you. Yeah, I think I'm lost away. And I think I'm lost without you. Yeah, I just feel crushed without you. Standing on the platform, watching you go. You said I wanna see the world, and I said go.
name is Zach Calloway, and I'd like to play the Pink Panther for the junior solos of the house music competition.
Well, there we are. How good were they? Super, super.
Fabulous. Absolutely lovely to hear those performances.
So how are we doing on the old comments then, Mr. Carter?
Oh, we're doing brilliant. We've got loads of people now who I think have probably realised that they can comment. So we've got a few people. Mr. Monk mentioning my wonderful excuse for a beard. It's a bit of a lockdown beard. I'm sure it won't last too much longer.
I like it. I think it should look older.
Mrs. Savoury has commented on how much she loves it. So she says, well done West Buckland School. The Howards, well done everybody. A lot of people sending their love in for Mrs. Kent, who of course is leaving us in 2 weeks' time now.
I know.
So lots of people saying how much they'll miss you and best of luck to you and your whole family. And it'll be a great loss to the school, which is of course very, very true. I'm not quite sure how we're going to cope.
I'm sure you'll all be fine. I've been told I have to do a shout out for the Brent family, so the Brents! There we are. I'm going to shout out for the Brent family.
We've got some good shout outs. We've got Mrs. Hare commenting and Mrs. Madge about the Prep 5 and 6 choir singing together so beautifully. It's great to hear them all together. Again, obviously, even though it was a couple of months ago now. So
and quite a few of you picked up on that lovely solo by Megan Brown. It really was beautiful, Megan. Comments so far. Megan's voice, Megan B is insane. I think as in her voice is insanely wonderful, and it is. Well done, Megan. Thanks for sharing that with us, because it takes a lot of courage to share something, and I think it, is very well done. So I am sorry we can't include all the videos. We had such great response to the House Music Festival, but if I had included them all, we'd have been here for ages. So I hope there's no one disappointed when the evening finishes. But we're going to move on now to an ensemble, which is a great opportunity to include more people. So we're going to show you one of the very first attempts we had at trying to make ensemble music. Now it's a bit more tricky than in the flesh because you can't hear the other parts. That means you need to be 100% reliable in yourself. A lot of the time when we're learning, not just music, but in a classroom, we're kind of co-learning, aren't we, off the people to our left and our right, and without having them there, it makes us feel very exposed. So I'm really glad that a fairly good number of the concert band and the ensembles have joined in and sent in those videos. And there is actually lots of music to be learnt from it. The discipline of staying in time, which is always tricky for anyone, and the discipline of counting your bars without those musical cues, but they've managed it admirably. My video editing skills have got better, but here we are, we've got Havana for you now. Well, you didn't need the advert for the summer concert because you're here, which is wonderful. We should mention that we've had some comment about the staff song. Lots of people loving Mr. Jansen the best. Well done, Mr. Jansen. Personally, I'm all in favour of Mrs. Wade's groovy moves. And, you know...
It is an excellent staff song. A lot of people saying, I wish I knew how to make a video like that. So any questions, just email Mrs. Kent because she's an absolute pro at it now.
Oh yeah, that's why it takes me about 6 hours kind of thing. Anyway, that brings me nicely on to talking about the marvellous James Hunt-Preto, who is at Lieto. I can't say it, I'm sorry James. Who is our head of IT, who has just been amazing with helping us organise all of this. Big learning curve for me, but he's just so patient with us all, and he's helped the whole school through moving on to all these kind of IT worlds. And if there's one thing lockdown has brought us, it brought us all a little bit more IT savvy, hasn't it? So, round of applause at home, please. Put your glasses down.
And we should probably point out that before we gave him that lovely clap, he actually has commented on how good a job it's all going. So fingers crossed it stays that way.
I'm sure we can mess it up. Okay, so next we're moving on to some miscellaneous solos. So these were solos that people sent in because they've been carrying on with their instrumental lessons and they wanted to share their work with us. And it is at this point that I'm going to say a special shout out to Mr. Robinson Sr. watching in Jamaica. Wow! It's like the wedding, isn't it, when you get the prize for the best. Oh, what's the matter? Oh, my producer's pointing at the screen in a worrying way. Well, if nothing happens, just stay with us, we'll fix it. You may need to be
It might be worth mentioning here, we've had a comment saying Mr. Robinson's dancing was on point. So that must be from the video.
Well, wonderful, yes. Right, anyway, we've got distracted. On to the miscellaneous solos. Enjoy these.
scarf for the cold, playing melancholy songs somehow made us feel a whole lot better. While I waited on the kingdom come and the trumpet blow, in the cold hard ground that's medicine grow. Did I get any rest from the wreck that I was with the living? Or would you just go on? Your black dress on and visit my phone, bring the football top and a scarf for the door, playing melancholy songs that somehow made us feel a whole lot better. Well, I waited on the kingdom come and the trumpet blow, in the cold hard ground there's medicine blow. Did I get any rest from the wreck that I was living? Or would you just go on?
And I'm playing the ensemble music performance, and I'm playing the concerto for two violins in D minor, first movement by Bach.
just some of the music you guys have been getting up to. Really well done, all of those performers. Amelie, fabulous, well done you. So lovely to see that. So out of left field. And a number of people are commenting on what a good performance it was. But also, huge well done to Alex, Olivia, Eden, Luke, Douglas and Nathan for sharing your work with us. And we've been getting some great comments in, haven't we, Mr. Carter?
Yeah, loads of nice ones. So first, there's a load of love for James Hart, Create Drover, for being so amazing with his, for helping us with the technical things, and generally for the last few months. Some brilliant comments about the flute playing. We've got Funkmeister, best name ever. That was for one of the saxophone pieces, wasn't it?
No, that was for Eden.
Sorry, that was Eden, yes, right.
And it's worth saying that Eden had a little bit of an extra comment coming in from her granddad in Jamaica.
Absolutely right, Grandad, Nanny Gigi and Auntie Carm and Judith.
Hi Nanny Gigi, lovely to meet you.
That's brilliant. And we've got some lovely comments. Mrs. Savory says, such talented children and young adults. The GCSE piece on violin is stunning. And Mrs. Smith says, I always feel like I'm in a London concert when I listen to these guys play strings. Well, there you go, guys. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Lovely, yeah. West family, Hare family, Madge family, Bishmuir, the Smith family, the Stradlings, welcome. Thank you for taking some time this evening. So, what have we got next? I'm just looking at the list because I've forgotten. Oh yes, more ensemble work. So, we decided that we would put out a challenge to the string players and the wind players. And they've responded in varying numbers, so we've cobbled it together a little bit. I should explain that the next piece you're going to hear is called Double Stomp Romp, and we were going to play it in the spring concert. It's brilliant. You play along and you stamp on the floor. Sadly, the floor that most of them are using is a lovely carpeted floor at home, so the stomping's rather been lost. But if you wonder why they're all jiggling as they play or what the strange noises are, it's them striking the floor. So, without further ado, we will go straight on to string players playing Double Stomp Romp, and then straight on to Don't Stop Believing that school will start in September. Hello, we're back. We've startled ourselves there. We're not quite Alex Jones and Matt Baker, but we're trying our best, aren't we? God. Right. Anyway, let's have some chat. Come on.
Let's have some chat. We've had some lovely comments on here. We've got people saying it reminds me of my youth. Very well done. We've got Mrs. Goma Chapter saying fantastic evening. Well done, everyone. Bravo. Mrs. Madge is loving it. She said it's a great evening. Well done. Thank you for arranging it. Mandy Lay, who I think is all the way in Hong Kong.
I don't know. It's either Max Lowe's mother or sister. Hello, Lowe family, wherever you are.
Really? Well, Max did say to me in our lesson today that he'd be watching, even though he's in Hong Kong.
Oh my God, Max, you're not still up. What time is it in Hong Kong? 2 o'clock in the morning?
2:30 in the morning, but he also did mention there was a football match on just afterwards. So
right.
That might have something to do with it.
That's dedication. That is dedication.
Yes. It's lovely. And with lots of comments on how amazing Mr. Burstow was in that last one, when he's playing
I don't think that's true.
the guitar, bass guitar and the drums, seemingly at the same time.
He social distanced himself with himself, which is always good.
That's coming from Louise Coates.
Ah, yes.
But he's doing a fantastic job tonight. You can't see him, he's out of shot, but he's managing to do all of the...
He's communicating with us just through physical gestures, so I think we can probably imagine what's going on in this film. Right, onward. We've got the senior solos now. So we're back to the House Music Festival. We've got 3 cracking solos for you now, and we're going to have some more results. Who's going to be best in house?
Hey there, I'm Paulette, and if you don't already know me, then you probably didn't come and watch the school musical this year. Anyway, I'm gonna sing my favourite song about my favourite place, Ireland!
Hello, my name is Benley and I would like to play Trumpet Voluntary by William Boyce. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Persephone Alloway and I'd like to play Bodacious Funkitude by Mike Mower for the senior solo.
So, how fantastic were they? Maddie Brent, you are a hero. Absolutely brilliant. Only Maddie could finish with a kiss to camera. Wonderful. Hello to Raquel, Mrs. Thompson, who says that Ben Lee is the best trumpeter in the world. We would have to agree, Raquel. The best thing about the Ben Lee performance was that that was sent in without a piano part on, and the lovely Mr. Carter very kindly popped the piano part in, and we kind of stitched it together on a computer. But I particularly like Ben's rests. Well done, Ben.
Very good.
So, what's next? What is next? Compositions. Right. So, we put out, as part of the House Music Festival, that people could write a composition, and we've got some lovely responses. We're only going to share two of them with you this evening. The first one is by Persephone Alloway. This composition she's done entirely unaided, and she's made a video to go with it. It'll become self-explanatory, and then we'll come back to the live webcam, because we love it. And Mr. Carter will play what Ben Lee wrote. So, here's your first composition. We love the concept behind this one, don't we?
Yeah.
Well done, Persephone.
Lovely, very well done.
Enjoy.
In her 70s has become the first person with coronavirus to die in the UK.
Five-year-old child's become the youngest victim of coronavirus in the UK.
And of those who've contracted the virus, 10,612 have tragically died.
Has now become the first country in Europe to record more than 30,000 deaths linked to coronavirus.
Determined steps have raised nearly £30 million for the NHS, but Captain Tom has also raised the nation's spirits profoundly.
name's Tom Spitt. I'm in Courtney and in year 10. This is my dad. He's quite eager to play, but he doesn't have a house yet. But he's in Courtney now. And we're going to be playing the Tom and Jerry theme. Take 12. Okay, I can really see you. I can see you're already ready, so let's just go. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, we are the Lee family representing Grenville, and we are going to play or sing Whistle While You Work.
Just whistle while you work, and cheerfully together we can tidy up the place. So hum a merry tune. It won't take long when there's a song to help you set the pace. And as you sweep the room, imagine that the broom is someone that you love, and soon you'll find you're dancing to the tune. Just whistle while you work, and cheerfully together we can tidy up the place. So hum a merry tune. It won't take long when there's a song to help you set the pace.
This is our family entry for the house music competition, and we would like to play Prelude by Dmitri Shostakovich.
You say you want diamonds and a ring of gold. You say you want your story to remain untold, but all the promises
me. Eyes in a world of blindness, a river in a time of dryness, a harbor in a tempest, but all the voices we made, from the cradle to the grave, where what I want is you. You say you want your love to work out right, to last with me through the night. You say you want diamonds on a ring of gold, your story to remain untold, your love not to grow old, and all the promises we break, from the cradle to the grave, when all I want is you. When all I want is you.
So, welcome back. Those were quite a few things all in one go, weren't they? So, firstly, Pish and Ben's composition, and some lovely comments about those. Have you got anything there?
Oh, of
Mr.
course,
Carter?
yeah. We've got some from Mrs. Jones, who teaches up. She's one of our music teachers. She says, very well done, everyone, and loving the compositions by Ben and Pish. Lots of shout-outs about Courtney being so great. I'm not sure about that. And Grenville as well. Not sure about that.
Yes, there's no room for that house rivalry.
Not at all. But we've got a lovely message here from Mr. Underwood, one of our governors. He says, congratulations everyone in front and behind the camera. So that's you, Mr. Burstow. This encapsulates West Buckland School so well. What a very special school, and the school is the people. Fantastic. A sad bon voyage to Mrs. Kent, and thank you.
Okay, lovely. Thank you, Mr. Underwood. That's very kind. Wasn't that family fun round brilliant? I really, those were my favourite videos to edit, and I edited them over and over again just because I was enjoying listening to them all. Ella and Dan, thank you so much for sending it in. I just love it. Dan, your voice, very tasty.
We're loving it. We're loving that.
Yeah, Bridget, I'm sorry, you may have some competition.
It says, thank you for organising this and making Dan pick up his guitar and voice after 15 years.
Dan, why have you not been practising? Not pleased about that.
Obviously doesn't need to.
And 3 generations of the Lee family. Oh, that was sweet. How does he whistle so loudly? I don't know. I think there must have been some
And so high.
And so high, yeah, no, an impressive talent. Okay, so it has the whole concert has gone longer than we had thought. Well, no change there then. But you are towards the end now, so stay with us. You'll see I'm brandishing my licorice stick. When I first arrived here in 2004, I did a welcome concert, so I thought I'd do a goodbye concert as well. And I'm bookending it with exactly the same piece because I've had no time to practice in 16 years. And I'm really grateful to Dominic, who's learning some pretty tricky Debussy. Now, we have discovered that the microphone on this webcam is very good, but it's not up to coping with my clarinet. So I am afraid I'm going to turn away from you, and then it'll probably still distort and sound terrible, but we're going to do it anyway. Better to do something badly than not at all is a life motto of mine, thank goodness. And after that, we'll fade beautifully on to find out who is the winner of the House Music Festival and Best in School. Oh, I know, but you don't know. Anyway, we are going to play the Premier Rhapsody for clarinet and piano by Debussy. Lowe, Best in School. How fantastic. I absolutely love that video. I've watched it about 6 times. It's just really, really beautiful sound. Max, you make that instrument sing. So, hello, if you are genuinely still up in Hong Kong, well done you. Mr. Carter.
Yeah, we have a few comments coming in. We're coming towards the end of our concert now, so everyone's getting their comments in, which is lovely. We've got loads of support, loads of people saying how great this all is. We've got the Shawcross family loving the concert, thanks to Mrs. K, Mr. C, Mr. B in the IT department. We'll miss you so much, Emma, they say. Mrs. Smith, she's waxing lyrical about your talent, Mrs. Kent. Got a fan there.
You can come with me, Mrs. Smith.
Indeed. Mrs. Hen, lots of clapping, some fabulous from Mrs. Muir. Wow, Mrs. Kent, thank you for inspiring our children. That's from Mrs. Sadie.
I think we have
Well, it's all lovely. It's all very, very nice, and you should be very proud of yourself, Mrs. Kent, for putting together such a wonderful concert, considering the incredibly difficult times we're in. It seems to have gone quite well.
Okay, that's good. Good pianist always helps as well. Thank you for accompanying me. So, for those 115 of you still watching, way past the publish-finish time, bravo to you. Mind you, you're probably not actually watching, it probably slid under a table somewhere, and I don't blame you. We're going to invite the producer on. Come on, producer Burstow. In he comes. Because, we've got a little number for you to finish. But we should say, actually, who won House Music this year?
Yes, we should.
Yeah. Drum roll, please. We forgot to bring a drum with us. So, one house got an award for most commitment, and that was Fortescue. Hey! But one house won overall. Oh, I love a cemetery, the best of times. It's Burton. Well done, Courtney and Grenville, you're my favourites too. Okay, Tony to Bruce Forsyth, been on telly too long. Okay, are we ready? Who's introducing this wonderful piece?
We're ready.
And one of you two, I think you've done such a wonderful
Don't
job
touch
so
this
far.
bit of piano afterwards, I've touched it, I'm sorry. We are a long way away.
We're going to give you a little number by a comedy duo called Flanders and Swan. It's all based on Mozart's Horn Concerto. You'll probably recognise the tune, at least we hope you will. It depends really how we sing it. It's all about a poor chap who seems to have lost his French horn. Starting with Mr. Burstow.
Project, Mr. Burstow, project.
Once I had a horn and I had to obey to buy a French horn in a second-hand shop. I polished it up and I started to play it in spite of the name was very
To sound my horn, I had to develop my own ashore. I found my horn was a bit of the devil to lay. So awfully wound to give you a sound, a beautiful sound, so rich and round. All the hours I had to spend before I mastered it in the end.
But that was yesterday, and yesterday I went to the usual place. There was the case, but the horn itself was missing. Can it have gone? Hasn't anyone seen my horn?
Oh, can it have gone? What a blow! Now I know I'm unable to play my leg.
Who strike that horn? I'll bet you a quid somebody did.
Knowing I found a concerto and wanted to play it, afraid of my talent of playing the horn. Early today at my utter dismay, it had vanished away like the dew in the morn. I've lost my horn, I know I was using it yesterday.
I've lost that horn,
found that horn,
gone. There's not much trouble with my getting it back while giving me a reward.
I know some party go whose party jokes pretending to hunt with a horn. But where
Well done. And I'm just going to jump in here, and before you log off and disappear into your weekends, I wanted to say a wonderful big thank you. What a great way to end this evening. Thank you if you blew, played or sang into a microphone or an empty screen. It's really hard, and if you've got a click track playing in your ear, it's really hard to do it. So thank you if you took the time to do that. But particularly thank you to the three people who've just entertained us here. To Mr. Burstow, Mr. Carter, and Mrs. Kent. Of course, this marks the last of Mrs. Kent's endeavours here with our music at West Buckland after 16 years of nurturing, inspiring and really bringing the best out of people with their music. Emma, thank you so much for all you've done. This is for you. It wanted to be an extra cathedral, it can't be, but I'm sure 115, maybe 1,015 people out there are just cheering you right now as we are done. Thank you so much. And what a wonderful evening.
Lovely, and thank you for tuning in. But we're signing off, so until another time, thank you very much.